Hello, this is Sam from Val Group, where we help people value businesses, exit their business, or buy other businesses. I have just got back from spending a day with a customer. About 3 months ago, he ordered a valuation from us and was left quite happy, so may I say, because he did indeed come back. Anyway, he's been trying to sell the company privately, which is something I sometimes recommend people do. And now he's actually looking at 3 different proposals. The business is worth, from what I've seen and from the conversations that I've had and his structure and how he's structured, what the staff are doing, his sales team, his marketing team, the whole industry, it's worth around 5 million quid. Anyhow, he's got 2 main offers, one from a competitor and the other one is from a supplier. Both offers seem to be quite reasonable and simple in execution. There's some money to be handed over on completion and some money deferred, so nothing really new. The real kicker, right, is he was really puzzled by an offer and he could not really understand, and this is the third offer. A private equity firm, a big one, and I will not name names, had travelled up to see him yesterday, and they were offering him the following, right? They wanted him to take £2 million cash on completion, which is quite decent. He would then have to stay on board and grow that business to a further £12 million in value over 3 years. He would then be placed on a growth plan by this private equity firm and held accountable for the growth of the business. So he would take an interim kind of managerial managing role position. Depending then on the business's success, the owner would then cash out with far more than 5 million quid. So everything was contingent upon performance of future earnings and future sales. The fourth thing is that he will lose ownership partially of the business. He will lose importance because he'd be subjuged to this private equity firm who would now kind of run the show, and he would be there to facilitate things. The real kicker, in my opinion and in his opinion, was that they would put a £2 million debt payable on the business. So anybody really can do this. You can say to somebody, listen, I'm going to buy your business and I'm going to give you X amount on completion, and I'm going to write that debt on the balance sheet, so you are indebting the actual business for your gain, for your benefit. So you're not actually paying anything for the business, right? Which is okay if you are distressed and you really, really want to exit their company, but this business is profitable. So this private equity firm would essentially be paying nothing for the business, gain control, take control over the company, and indebt the business he had worked so hard to build. Even though he was going to make, or potentially make, a lot more money in the next few years, he was aghast at the whole proposition. I did mention to him, to be fair, that he had not used his leverage in order to position himself strongly enough. Whenever you sell your company or you start looking at selling your company, you have 2 decisions to make, and these decisions leverage your position a lot better. The first one is vetting potential buyers. You have the choice and the utmost right, almost, to vet potential buyers, just like real estate agents do. Ask for bank receipts, ask the questions, be a bit present in that initial conversation or that initial exchange of emails. The second one is who you sell it to and in what conditions. Before you actually embark on negotiations about the sale of your business, if you have have in your head a clear picture of what it is you want to sell, how you want to sell it, in what terms, and all the bells and whistles about that deal structure, the easier it's going to be for you to exit your business on your own terms. There's really nothing else you can do to leverage your position, because the business is on the market for a reason, and that reason is to be sold. So you lose a bit of bargaining power as soon as you put it up for sale. But one thing you can do is somehow vet people so you don't go on a 8-10 meeting streak. Do not sell it. Abandon the whole process again. Go back to work for another 3 to 5 years, and then by then you'll be 3 or 5 years older, and the business and yourself and maybe your health is in a different position, and it's a complete different ball game. And instead of getting, worst case scenario, £2 million in completion, you get a lot less because the business is not worth as much as it used to. Make sure you get your own vetting process done before you enter initial negotiations. That is the number one thing you can do to leverage your position, and you have to be able to leverage your position. So make sure you have a clear picture of your exit strategy, and then tailor your search and tailor your exit strategy to that clear picture you have in your head. So there you have it. If you want to sell your business or want to buy a business or need to value your company, drop me a line on valueyourcompany.co.uk or give me a ring on 0191 603 1490. It's 0191 603 1490.